Hello, Adair Heitmann here. Thank you for this opportunity to send you my video for your documentary. My name is Adair Heitmann. I live in the small village of Black Rock in the big city of Bridgeport, Connecticut. I live near Ash Creek, so there's lots of wonderful nature around. I live in a small, vibrant neighborhood with great neighbors. I'm 72 years old, and I teach poetry to second graders and third graders in under-researched schools in Norwalk and in Bridgeport, Connecticut. I teach haiku in the spring and poetry, the elements of poetry, in the fall. I'm a two-time cancer survivor, and I keep on giving back, and I don't really look back. I never went for reconstructive surgery, and so I have a super flat top and a curvy rest of my body, just so you want to know how I look physically. My giving back is I volunteer at my church during the lay-led summer services to create an inspiring story or homily that I then share with the congregation in the lay-led services. I also teach poetry and storytelling to the over 55 crowd at senior centers. I've always been an artist and a writer, and I'm now a storyteller, creating and performing true personal stories with grit and wit. I recently made my New York City debut performance with Generation Women. They had women in their 20s, 30s, 40s, 50s, 60s, 70s. I represented Team 70, and it was fabulous experience. There were about 190 people in the audience, and it was the sexy summer show, and I shared a true story, and the vibe was great. Several years ago, I lost 50 years of my original fine art to a silent flood, and I've been reinventing myself ever since then. You'll see pictures of the interior of what I call my office studio in my home in the snaps. You asked what we were challenged by. I'm challenged by very little, but I'm challenged by so much of the general public ignoring me, responding to me as if I'm invisible. Once I hit 50, it seems like the public started to ignore or devalue me, and I really don't like that. I don't think that's a good thing for our society at all. And you asked what's important to me. It's important to me to be seen, heard, and valued. I'm excited about my ever-evolving creative projects. I just have more than I have the time in the day to do. I'm excited about giving back in more ways and different ways to my community. I'm also super excited about our 27-year-old son who has just proposed to his long-term girlfriend. And so there'll be a wedding coming up, and we're just super excited for them and happy for them. Through my daily life, in person at the store or online, I strive to be a force for good. I have a deep love for humankind and the natural world, and living on the creek really nurtures this. I'm an adventurous creator who is willing to take risks, learn new skills, and give back to the community, as I have said. So any big transitions or personal development, our son getting married, which is fabulous. My husband and I will probably be moving at some point, but we're trying to figure out where, when, and why, because we love where we are, and it works so well for us. Walk us through the details of an average day. I get up early. I'll either read quietly, I'll look through stuff on my phone to make sure I haven't missed anything online, and then I don't really read the news yet. I'll read a book that I get out of my local library. My husband still goes to work, so he'll get up to an alarm clock a little while later. We'll have coffee in our living room by the creek and spend some time together, and then he'll get ready to go to work. Since I am self-employed, I'll Either exercise in the morning, I'll walk. Depending on the weather, I could walk St. Mary's by the Sea, beautiful sea walk. I could walk inside, based on the weather. And then I get myself ready for work and I come into my studio office. And I will either create a story, I'll work on a volunteer project that I'm working on, I'll work on a syllabus if I'm teaching a class. I'm an educational specialist, so I go into the schools as an educational specialist, so I don't work every week of the school year. But my daily life is working on either writing, art, storytelling, or poetry projects. I write poems that get published, and so my day is filled with my creative endeavors. And evening is chill out time, candles, soft jazz, making dinner, being with my husband, FaceTiming with our son once a week. A lot of the storytelling venues are in the evening, or poetry readings are in the evening. So my evenings are, can be filled with those other things. We have great neighbors, and my evenings could also be, applauding a 4.5-year-old learning how to ride her bike on the street. And then I'll usually read my library book before I go to bed. So that's a day in the life of Adair Heitmann. Thank you so much. If you need to know anything else about me, don't hesitate to ask. Bye for now.